Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. I just had a weird box come in from, it says Tennis Express, but there was a special note in here. Stay tuned. All right, so what is this box all about here? So when I looked at it, I'm like, Blade Pro 1820 1/8. I was like, people just sending me random Blade Pro 1820 and a 1/8? Or is that just a cover? No, it's a Blade Pro. Is it an 1820? Yes, it is. And it feels like a 1/8 with an overgrip on it. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Let me take a look at the address label here first. Attention, Coach Gu and Harry. From Paul in Portland. Interesting. Let's see what the note says. All right. Hello, Harry. My name is Paul Yeung, and my son Aiden watched Tennis Spin quite often. We caught one of your videos where Coach Gu was talking about switching to the Blade Pro 16x19. We so happen to have an 1820 version of the racket, which my son has switched to a different racket now due to arm pain. Interesting. We reached out to Coach Gu since he was thinking of switching and thought he might want to test out the 1820 version as well. We are sending it unstrung so Coach Gu can stringing it with what he prefers, and you both can get a better impression of the racket. We're getting ready to sell these rackets soon online, but before that happens, we hope you two enjoy the racket. Paul and Aiden. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Paul and Aiden. We never thought about an 1820, therefore we never really got one. But thank you for sending it out. We're gonna string it up with maybe some confidential at maybe 54, 52, somewhere in there, and then test it out. But that's really cool. Thank you, guys. Coffee to you. If you want to support me, Buy Me a Coffee. Network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. Link is below. So I'm going to get this strung. We'll see you on the court. All right, on the court, my man, Coach Gu, got the 1820 from Paul. Thank you, Paul. We're going to test it out right now. Stay tuned. All right, so Paul really wanted you to try this, Gu. What did you think?
It definitely felt a lot heavier, especially near the head. Since this is the 1820 racket, it's dense. So usually 1820 is closed, right? It's closed. It's a closed pattern, so therefore you have to strike through it. The ball literally goes a little more flat, or is a little flatter in general. Yes, this definitely transfers this weight forward. The head is definitely a lot heavier than the 1619, and this is no weight. Like on my 1619, I do add weight to it. I do put it on the head, and I do put it on the grip. But this racket itself is pretty heavy in general, especially on the head. So overall, really fun racket to swing around with. But if you're using an 1820 or if you're an 1820 user, I definitely would check out the Pro because it definitely feels a lot easier to swing around. With the 1820 of the original one, it felt a little dead to me, but this one felt lively. So if you guys want to try out the Pro version, I would definitely recommend it if you're an 1820 user.
So Coach Gu kept complaining that it was too head heavy or heavy in the head. I think the one thing that contributes to that is because it's a 1/8 grip. So
Maybe.
when it's thinner down here, you get more weight out here. And we did put an overgrip on there, but I don't think it's enough because it does feel hefty out here.
Like a hammer.
Yeah.
Like a real hammer.
So
like a
that there's
sledgehammer.
literally from weight here on, just weighing it down. So I kind of get that. We can't really do anything about that since it is a 1/8 grip, and I'm sure that's why it feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, felt good, right?
No, it's a solid racket. I mean, it's a pro stock, so it's solid. It definitely felt good. I mean, it felt like a 1619, except just head heavier.
Right. Okay. Would you switch to it?
No, I like my 1619 better.
Okay.
That's
All right.
just me.
Okay. All right. I want to thank my man, Coach Goo, and my man, Paul, out there. Goo, where can we find you?
You can find me AG.tennis, so I'll also be posting content there as well.
All right. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.